What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Coach Kellz, back at it with a wonderful video right here, taking you into life and through the eyes of your boy Coach Kellz. Check it out right here. We at 242 Garfield Avenue, Jersey City, New Jersey. This is where it all began for me. Well, honestly, 238 is where I was born and raised, and then we eventually moved over. I think it was apartment 25 right here. This was my living room. That was my parents' bedroom. I'll never forget, we woke up one night, there was a fire. It was literally up to the windows. This is where I grew up playing sports. This is where I grew up getting a little mischievous with everybody. And you wouldn't believe how the crew that lived here. Shout out to the Ortizes. Shout out to the Betancourts. Man, making this video is literally taking me back through the times. Just standing here, soaking it all in. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Shout out to the man that's making this happen, AJ X Beast, Fear the Beast Productions. Without you, none of this is possible. So check it out. When we did it, and I don't condone any of this, children, but when we did anything stupid, or we played manhunt, we would get to run, boom, and we could dart down the alley, and we were able to dip off to Lembeck, or we could dip off to Pearsall. So you ain't know where we was going. Sometimes we would get up. You remember those quarter juices? We used to throw them off the roof like grenades. Now again, I'm not condoning on this. It was stupid, ignorant activity with the older kids that we were hanging out with for the lack of the mentors in the community, right? Even back then. So it's a big reason why I started Project 201, and I wanted to take us back to where it all started and take you through a journey, through my journey of life. You're not alone, and with the right people in your corner, you can make it through anything. So here we are in front of PS40. This is where me and my sister went to grammar school from kindergarten through 7th grade before we ended up moving to Bayonne. This school right here, I want to say this environment pretty much shaped the man you see today. You know, besides my family and everything that I learned and everywhere I've been, this right here shaped the man you see standing in front of you today. For all my Jersey City people, Bayonne people, Hudson County people, I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with Kerry Woods, and 40 School was predominantly Kerry Woods, full of Kerry Woods. And me being predominantly one of the only white boys around, you know, we had to go through trials and tribulations that made me the man I am today. So I'm happy for my experiences, and I'm even more happy for the parents that raised me through those trials and tribulations, because God knows what could have happened if I didn't have solid parents in my home. Another reason why I know Project 201 and these type of organizations are very crucial in our environments. I'm so thankful for my parents. They helped me figure it out. They didn't let me and my sister blame anyone, race, religion, background, for nothing. They made us sit down, look at our obstacles in front of us, and figure this out. Stay blessed. A lot of fun took place right here. So in 96, 97, my parents decided to move to Bayonne to try to get us to a better high school. We were gonna have to go to Snyder or Lincoln at the time, and it was really rough back then. So we ended up moving over here to 47th Street. Shout out to my 47th Street crew, and going to Washington. Man, just standing here right now is bringing back so many memories. We had 2 basketball hoops over there. Our home plate was over there where we played stickball. I'm wondering if there's still some blue balls stuck up in that apartment building up there. We're just on a journey, and we want to bring everybody to what we've been going through, what we lived, what we experienced. You know, coming here really started to shape my life, because I got to live underneath my cousins. So we had a lot of family who already was living here and established, so they had a lot of friends throughout town. So when we moved here, it wasn't like we were trying to find friends, so that was awesome. Shout out to my Uncle Al, Aunt Joanne, Cousin Travis, Al, and Pookie, and of course my parents. So we got to Washington School. Something that vividly stands out in my memory is 8th grade basketball tryouts. The coach told me straight up he was gonna cut me just because he wasn't gonna deal with all of us. At the time, it really didn't bother me because I didn't really care too much about basketball. I had more fun playing basketball out here in the schoolyard and down 50th Street. Shout out to all my 50th Street heads. Things just kept going for me, right? So it kind of deterred me from playing basketball in high school because of that. But I was a pretty good baseball player. I stayed focused on baseball. Got to experience the politics in Bayonne back then when I was a kid. And I don't think any child should have to deal with politics when it comes to sports or school or anything. I remember being told vividly, listen, you're gonna be the bullpen catcher. Now, it's all good, right? We're gonna do what we gotta do as athletes, listening to our coaches. But in the back of my mind, and even all my boys and my teammates, we already knew what it was. So I brought it up to my parents, and we just kept doing, I just kept going to school, doing my thing. And by the blessed Lord, my pops transferred me to Union Hill one day, and that was one of the best experiences that ever happened to me. Hey, all my Washington heads, all my Washington alumni, you remember going to Juchi's? Who remember Juchi's? So, as all of you may know by now, Union City consolidated both high schools and made one. But I wanted to come up here because this is where it kind of all changed for me. Once I transferred up here to Union Hill, my cousins were up here already. So people knew I was coming to play baseball up here at Union Hill, my dad's alma mater. And I was excited because I always wanted to go to school with my cousins and at my dad's alma mater. He was a legend in basketball. Once I got up here, it was like my confidence started to grow again. I remember the baseball team being 2-11, or they weren't so good the past few years, but myself and a bunch of wonderful other players, shout out to 2000, 2001 Hillers, baseball and football. We kind of made a statement. We made a name for ourselves up here in Union Hill. We tried to bring baseball back because baseball wasn't too good up here. I met a lot of dope people and I built my confidence. I built my persona, helping people, helping my friends on the baseball team, helping on the football team. I got my license, I started driving, right? So now I had a responsibility to make sure that whoever was in my car was safe. And I think that's kind of came from where I came from, right? Shout out to everybody that's been a part of this journey. And we're looking forward to big things. Project 201 is just one of the staples of what made me the man I am today. And just looking back on things while I'm doing these videos, sometimes I'm getting caught up in my words because it's just taking me back to that exact time, that exact moment. I mean, I got a picture somebody left in my locker. I was walking right over here and I don't know who it was, but they took a picture of me from the window up there, and I think it might have been the photography class. Maybe they were doing something, or maybe I had a stalker, I don't know, but they dropped it in my locker to let me know they was watching. So some good old memories. Enjoy high school. Enjoy high school. You're never going to be able to go back. Don't worry about relationships. I graduated high school from here, right? And started my journey into adulthood at 18, 19 years old, into the world. So make sure you really enjoy high school, right? And if you're having any trouble in high school, whether it's grades, whether it's with classmates, whether it's with teachers, whether it's at home, reach out to Project 201 and we'll make sure we get somebody to help you out, talk to you. Let's go. If that's a fire truck, Papa Kellz. Yeah. That's a fire truck. So, just to let everybody know about that analogy, that statement about the fire truck, is along this journey since I started Project 201, every time I'm doing something dope or I meet somebody dope, a fire engine goes by or a siren. 9 times out of 10 it's a fire engine, but we're right down the block from the police station. But still, I hear you. Follow it, everybody. Follow it. Kids, Thanks for tagging along today. Brought back a lot of memories today. Big shout out to the man, the legend behind the camera, my boy AJ. I just want everybody to know that I know what it feels like having the odds stacked against you. But listen, man, trust me, you have everything in life you need to win. And here's what I want you to do. If you love sports or you want to learn any new skills, make sure you reach out to me or any one of my team members at Project 201 Inc. on Instagram. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your teammate, and even your parents about us and what we're doing. If you'd like to be a part of Project 201, reach out. My cell, I'll leave everything at the end of the video. If you want to see your community get better, stronger, more positive people and role models, support Project 201, because together we can make the world a better place. Everybody stay safe and always make sure to keep your eyes on the road when you're driving. No distracted driving. And I'm gonna leave you with one quick story. When I first started doing this, you know, I wanted to make videos anytime something came to my mind. I wanted to share it with the people. And I ran a red light. And from that day forward, I said I would never focus on a camera while I'm driving, because I have to pay attention to the road, because I have a 3,000-pound vehicle that could take somebody's life. So always be safe behind the wheel and always be responsible. Thank you all for tuning in, and just stay tuned.